All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsions, habit, reason, passion, desire. The soul never thinks without a picture. There was never a genius without a tincture of madness. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting 2 bodies. There is no great genius without some touch of madness. Happiness depends upon ourselves. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. A friend to all is a friend to none. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. Bad men are full of repentance. In all things of nature there is something of the marvelous. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst. The end of labor is to gain leisure. Those that know, do. Those that understand, teach. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. Hope is a waking dream. Good habits formed at youth make all the difference. We make war that we may live in peace. The law is reason, free from passion. It is best to rise from life as from a banquet, neither thirsty nor drunken. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. He who is unable to live in society, or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself, must be either a beast or a god. The ideal man bears the accidents of life with dignity and grace, making the best of circumstances. Personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. Moral excellence comes about as a result of habit. We become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing temperate acts, brave by doing brave acts. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. To attain any assured knowledge about the soul is one of the most difficult things in the world. Education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. Change in all things is sweet. Suffering becomes beautiful when anyone bears great calamities with cheerfulness, not through insensibility but through greatness of mind. Fear is pain rising from the anticipation of evil. The secret to humor is surprise. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children because they are more certain they are their own. Education is the best provision for old age. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. What it lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not to do. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. Probable impossibilities are to be preferred to improbable possibilities. My best friend is the man who, in wishing me well, wishes it for my sake. The virtue of justice consists in moderation, as regulated by wisdom. The one exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. He who is to be a good ruler must have first been ruled. If one way be better than another, that you may be sure is nature's way. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to other persons. I have gained this from philosophy, that I do without being commanded what others do only from fear of the law. Friendship is essentially a partnership. All men by nature desire knowledge. Piety requires us to honor truth above our friends. No excellent soul is exempt from a mixture of madness. Law is mind without reason. A great city is not to be confounded with a populous one. Without friends no one would choose to live, though he had all other goods. Perfect friendship is the friendship of men who are good, and alike in excellence, for these wish well alike to each other qua good, and they are good in themselves. Even when laws have been written down, they ought not always to remain unaltered. Courage is a mean with regard to fear and confidence. Men create gods after their own image, not only with regard to their form but with regard to their mode of life. Men acquire a particular quality by constantly acting in a particular way. Of all the varieties of virtues, liberalism is the most beloved. No one loves the man whom he fears. Nature does nothing in vain. Misfortune shows those who are not really friends.